Odinkalu and Okutepa SAN don scatter everywhere as Canada court call APC and PDP terrorist group. Dis na Sinok Media, the channel when e dey break the news to make am simple for even the common man for street to understand wetin dey happen for our country. We dey thank all of una when e dey view our channel steady. We appreciate una support. Abeg, make you subscribe if you never do so. Put on your notification button. E go tell you once we drop updates. My people, na heavy breaking matter don land o. Canada Federal Court don check Nigerian political space scatter. Dem tag the two biggest political parties for Nigeria, APC and PDP, as terrorist organizations under their immigration law. The tori dey trend everywhere. Federal government no gree. Dem vex say how Canadian court go condemn whole political party because of the actions of some few bad people. Federal government even issue statement say Canada must retract this erroneous designation immediately. But na there the gbasgbos start. Former National Human Rights Commission chairman and human rights lawyer Professor Chidi Odinkalu no even smile. He fire straight from his ex-handle when we dey call Twitter for street. These guys mistake Canadian courts for their Nigerian counterparts. Wetin Odinkalu dey talk? He say Nigerian leaders dey think say dem fit influence or control Canadian judges the way dem dey do for Naija court. He mock the government say for Canada, na rule of law really dey work, no be political influence. But another heavyweight lawyer, Jibrin Samuel Okutepa SAN, he carry the matter go deeper. He said the Canadian judge no lie at all. In fact, he clap for the ruling. According to Okutepa, he don dey see elections and politicians' behavior since 1992. And the truth be say Nigerian politicians dey behave more like terrorists than Democrats. His words dem sharp. According to am, elections for Nigeria na robbery. Power no dey come from people choice, na from subversion, violence, and court manipulation. He point out how politicians dey use thugs, killings, ballot snatching, and even judicial robbery to impose themselves on people. He talk say those declared winners most times no say dem no win. Na violent elections and post-election travesties dey rule Nigeria. Okutepa warn say democracy for Nigeria dey collapse every day. He say unless leaders change their ways, international shame go continue. For in words, Nigeria democracy na thuggery prone. Politics of entitlement don replace politics of ideas. Now the koko be this: when foreign courts begin see your democracy as terrorism, e mean say the international community no dey fooled again. Nigeria don carry embarrassment go global stage. Instead make our leaders admit fault, dem dey shout sovereignty. But sovereignty without credibility na empty talk. The import of this whole matter be clear. So my people, the big question be, if Canada don already see us finish, how long before the rest of the world blacklist Nigerian politics? My people, make we not stop for the tori of Canadian court alone. This wahala get serious international implications. When foreign courts begin classify APC and PDP as terrorist organizations, it means that Nigeria dey lose credibility for the world stage. Investors fit dey fear put money for our country. Foreign nations fit begin question if Nigerian elections really dey reflect people will, or if na violence dey decide who go rule. Even ordinary Nigerians when they travel abroad fit dey face extra scrutiny for visa and asylum cases simply because political culture for Naija e dey unstable. This matter also shine eye for our democracy. E dey show say politics wey e suppose dey about ideas, service and welfare don turn power, entitlement and violence. Ordinary citizens dey suffer, schools dey collapse, roads no dey, hospitals dey empty, yet the leaders dey busy dey protect themselves and their party interest. So the morale be clear. Now we Nigerians dey hold power to demand better governance. Democracy no dey work if we continue to dey silent or dey vote based on tribe. You go begin wonder why Canadian court dey shook mouth for Nigerian political party matter. The matter reach Canadian court because of asylum and immigration law context, not because Canada dey directly try punish APC or PDP. One Nigerian politician apply for asylum in Canada. Im claim say for Nigeria e dey face danger because of political persecution. Under Canadian immigration law, dem must investigate if applicant dey at risk of persecution from political parties or state actors. During the investigation, court gather evidence about Nigerian political parties and politicians, things like violence, intimidation, election manipulation, ijabrata. After they review evidence, the Canadian court conclude say APC and PDP and some politicians don engage in acts wey dey akin to terrorism, according to Canadian immigration statutes. E no mean say Canada dey prosecute the parties in Nigeria, but the ruling dey relevant for immigration and asylum decisions. Why our federal government come dey react? Nigerian federal government dey vex because e see the ruling as international embarrassment, even though the court only apply Canadian immigration law. Federal government dey call for retraction. E say the judgement condemn whole parties instead of individual wrongdoers. The matter na legal process for asylum claim like I talk, but because evidence expose widespread political violence, the judgement don get global implications and e don trigger reactions from Nigerian politicians and lawyers. My people, una don hear the tori. Una think say Nigerian politicians and the political parties dem deserve this tag? Abeg, tell us for the comment section. Make we look whether this Canadian ruling reflection of wetin dey happen for our Nigerian political system. As e don be like this so, Nigeria gats to do some serious visible reforms, not just to make statement or denial to reverse this kind international embarrassment. Na to do political reform and accountability. Parties like APC and PDP gatz clean their act, punish members wey dey use violence, ballot snatching or intimidate voters. Na to do transparent internal democracy for parties, and e go reduce violence and make elections credible. Na to strengthen electoral institutions. Independent bodies like INEC must dey empowered to conduct free, fair and credible elections without political interference. Election results suppose reflect people true will, not be manipulation or state capture. Also, there go be anti-corruption enforcement. EFCC and other agencies must act independently, prosecute political elites who steal or mismanage funds,